Hola, bonjour, hello. Welcome to Chantus Tarot. Hi everyone, welcome. This is a general love message for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, for the month of February 2021. For the time being, I will be putting out messages by element, earth, air, fire, and water. You could be cross-watching, you could have earth anywhere in your chart, or you could have simply been intuitively guided here. Whatever the reason or season, you are very welcome. If you'd like to skip ahead, there is a timestamp below. If you have Instagram, head on over and follow me at Chantus Tarot. I pull daily tarot or oracle cards. If you have any questions or interested in private readings, that information is all listed below in the description box. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I ask that you continue to do so. It helps my channel grow. So with that being said, let's get started. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is earth energy, and this I think is the slowest moving of the knights. He's steadfast and sure. He's completely reliable, but he does take his time. So that could just be your energy. It could also represent the energy of the connection between you and the person that you're thinking about, that it's slow moving. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Taking your time allows you to maintain clarity about how you want to move forward. At the bottom of the heart spread, we have King of Pentacles and Page of Swords. So this is more earth energy. Swords are air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could be that there's an age difference between the two of you. These are general messages, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. If this represents your energy, you could be a bit older and wiser. Or it could be, if it's not an actual age gap, it could be that the person that, your love interest, the person that you're thinking of, has a very youthful air about them. Now, I read cards intuitively, so I'm noticing that this figure in the King of Pentacles is looking forward, and this character here is looking forward to the right. So it could be that this person is, the person that you're interested in can be, or has a tendency to be impulsive. They also could be really focused on the future, while you're focused more on the here and now. So that could be a discrepancy there, that you're more in the now and that the person that you're thinking of is looking ahead to the future. Next, we have Judgment and the Four of Rods. Four of Rods is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Judgment is a major arcana. It has to do with rebirth, renewal. So with this card combined, I just got, you could be renewing your vows. If you're already married to this person, you could be renewing a commitment between the two of you. It could also represent someone coming back from the past, or a relationship being resurrected from the past. This card is often associated with twin flame or soulmate energy. I see the rods here look like 1111, that very powerful spiritual number, that twin flame number. There could be an upcoming celebration. Perhaps if you're already connected with this person, you'll be celebrating some sort of anniversary. But yeah, I'm also getting very strongly resurrection. Something from the past is coming back. Now, it's up to you how you would like to proceed. If you want to, if this is someone who's coming back from your past, you have to decide if this is what you want. But it's looking pretty positive. And the fact that I see a family here indicates to me that either you may have a family with your significant other, with the person you're thinking of, or this is something that you want to have with this person. But this is a beautiful energy about rebirth, renewal, revitalization, and happiness. Next we have the King of Cups and the Magician. King of Cups is water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And the Magician often is associated with Aries, sometimes Gemini. I'm getting a lot of power here. And I notice that both of these figures are holding something in their hand that looks like a rod or staff. I feel like you both could be, you and the person that you're thinking of can both be headstrong. You're both leaders and outgoing in your own right. So that can potentially cause some friction because you both bring forth a very independent and I'm trying to think of the word. You're both leaders, I want to say, in your own right. So sometimes that can cause you to butt heads. But I see that you're both very powerful manifestors. You know, I'm noticing here this infinity sign, and I'm picking up, even though it's not exactly the same shape here too. So you two, although you do have differences, you do mirror each other a lot. I get the sense that you may have the tendency to be a bit more emotional. It could also be that your partner's that way. The King of Cups is a master of his emotions. You may not be able to see how emotionally he feels. And I say he, but gender is irrelevant here in a general reading. But he's very in touch with his emotions. Behind him is the ocean, which represents depth of emotion and feeling. Yeah, I get that there can be a stubbornness here between the two of you because you both like being right. And that doesn't mean that this connection can't work. Just know that you might occasionally bump heads because you both can be rather proud. And yeah, so just choose your battles, I want to say. You know, choose your battles carefully and, you know, really take a moment to think if you do butt heads, if there is some conflict now or that comes in the future, that you don't let something like pride or a small argument get blown out of proportion. But I'm getting that both of you are leaders. That could be just in your life in general or career, but that willfulness, that headstrong quality within you both, while it can be a wonderful quality, can also cause some friction here. I'm also noticing, you know, so the Magician normally in tarot is depicted with each element of the minor arcana: a pentacle, a sword, a rod, and a cup. And the reason I think I'm being drawn to this is because there are two cups here. So in order to cultivate harmony or resolve issues within your relationship or connection with this person, you both need to meet each other at the same place. I don't know why I want to say common denominator, right? You both have cups here. So whatever it is, whether it's values or belief system, do your best to try to find what you have in common. Find common ground. Focus on the qualities within you that have brought you together, right? Focus on the things that connect you rather than focusing on differences. And you both have love here and depth of emotion. So yeah, take that message if it resonates. Next we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Rods. Seven of Pentacles is waiting, patience, and you know, taking stock of what you have planted, you know, of what you have grown so far. and it definitely has to do with patience. The Eight of Rods is the opposite of that. It has to do with fast, quick motion. It could indicate travel. You or your loved one could be traveling, possibly, for some of you. But the biggest message that I'm getting is this fast-paced moving energy. So again, it reminds me of the first two cards we got here, the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. This is a more patient energy. This is typically much faster, more impulsive. So I'm getting again that this could be representative of you. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and how you're much more, you have a tendency to be much more patient than your partner. They, may be a bit more impulsive and action-oriented, and those two things can complement each other. But you have to recognize, so that you can move forward. It's good to try to recognize where someone else is coming from. So if it's been frustrating you or annoying you because this person in your life is much more forward-thinking, action-oriented, fast-paced, just try to see it from their perspective. But yeah, I do get the sense that one of you wants to push things forward much faster than the other. If you're feeling like things are moving too fast, or if you want to take some time to slow down a little bit, that doesn't mean a separation. But if you just want, you feel like you need to slow things down, communicate that to your loved one, to the person that you're thinking of. Be honest. And the Eight of Rods has to do with communication. So if you are feeling like you want to slow things down, that's what I'm getting. Just be honest, be compassionate, and let that person know that if this is a connection that you want to work on, let them know what your needs are, right? You have to communicate. That's essential. Next we have the Page of Rods and the King of Swords. So this is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Swords is air energy. Again, I'm getting a possible age difference between the two of you. Page of Rods tends to be a younger energy. King of Swords is much more mature. There's wisdom here. I like that the cards are facing each other. So what I'm getting is that if there has been some disruption or conflict, that you will overcome it. You will eventually see eye to eye if you don't already. So hold on to that. Be optimistic. These two figures may go about things differently. They may have different methods, but essentially they want the same thing. So I'm getting that theme over and over in this reading, that the two of you have, you have different methods, but you have the same goal, right? You want to be together. You want to grow this relationship and be happy. But you may just be going about it in different ways. So again, I want to emphasize communications. Ask them what they want. Tell them what you want, so that there isn't any confusion, and to reduce or diminish conflict. I'm noticing the mountains back here, so it makes me think that there may be some physical distance. Maybe one of you lives near mountains. Yeah, but I really like that these two figures are looking at each other. And it definitely gives me the sense that if you are experiencing some difficult times or challenges in your relationship, that you will be able to work through them. And this may be a message for one person. I see the wheat here, and I'm thinking maybe one of you might be involved in agriculture, possibly farming. That's a message for maybe one person. But yeah, I really like that they're facing each other. This last card here is the Two of Swords, which is more air energy. It can be a card that represents a stalemate. It's pausing, taking a minute, contemplating before moving forward. So again, I'm getting that energy is likely you, it could be the other person, but one of you really wants to take their time and not rush. And that could be from experiences you've had with previous relationships. This isn't a bad card. It's just a card of pause, of contemplation. So if you need time to gather your thoughts, or if you're in the midst of a conflict, before reacting impulsively, take a moment to respond mindfully. If you take a moment or some time to think about what you want to say and how you want to move forward, it can help prevent you from saying things that you might feel badly about later. So if you need time, if you need to take your time moving forward, do that. But just make sure that you communicate what you need in a compassionate and loving way. So it's possible that you may be experiencing some conflict. I notice here that this person's eyes are covered. So you may not be seeing eye to eye right now, but there is common ground here. And that was emphasized by to me, by the Page of Rods and the King of Swords, which were looking at each other. So overall, I'm thinking, if this is a person that you want to move forward with, don't be discouraged if your approaches are different, because, you can complement each other and see that as a blessing, the differences that you may have. All right, so to round out this reading, I'm going to pull a card from the Mastery of Love. So angels, archangels, benevolent spirit guides, Holy Spirit, please give us one final card for love, for earth signs for February 2021. One final love message, please. Oop, got it. There is wisdom in accepting what you are. It's difficult to try to be what you are not. Being what you are doesn't require any effort. When you become wise, you accept yourself the way you are, and the complete acceptance of yourself becomes the complete acceptance of everyone else. I like that. Accept who you are and accept who this other person is. It doesn't really ever work out if you try to change someone or force them to behave the way you would or think the way you would. And it doesn't really benefit you either to try to force yourself to think or behave like someone else. So the overall message I'm getting here is accept who you are and where you are, and do the same for your partner or whoever it is that you're thinking of. Accept and acknowledge that you have differences and that that's okay. You don't have to always think and behave alike. In fact, that's what makes relationships exciting, is the difference, the way you complement each other, the way you surprise each other. So in the midst of conflict, remember that the things that may be frustrating you about this other person can also be the same things that attract you and have fostered a really beautiful connection between the two of you. So don't try to force yourself to be something you're not, and don't try to force someone else to be something that they're not. Accept where you both are and have faith. All right, Earth signs, I hope that message resonated. Thank you so much again for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sending you so much love. Take good care. Bye.